So today's presentation is low cost to no cost ways to elevate your brand. What we're going to be doing or sharing in this presentation is a mixture of content and tools to help you get your brand out there. So once you get through this 8-week program, you've got a beautiful new brand. You have everything you need to express that brand and get it out there. And so now it just comes down to what kind of content do we use, how do we use these, and what kind of tools do we use to get that message out there and get that new brand out there to the world. And we've narrowed it down to what we feel are the best 5. And I'm going to start that. Michael will take the next one. So this first one is called signature content. And signature content, as you guys know, it should be no surprise to you that this is the first one out of the gate. If you haven't yet, you'll hear a whole lot about this as we go through the program, because content is one of the ways that you showcase your expertise or your authority that has to link back to your brand. So for instance, your signature content could be an ebook that you put together, an article series, some video shorts, a webcast or a podcast, or a simple downloadable PDF. Now, before you guys start fainting on the other end, I want to tell you this. This does not mean you have to write War and Peace. Literally, one good piece of content can last you for years. It really can. For instance, the webinar that you guys watched before you came into this program, our 6 C's, character, clarity, content, all of those. That webinar, the essence of the content in that webinar has not changed in over 5 years. And why? Because it's really good content. It talks about what it takes to be the face of your brand, face of your business, and a star in your market. And that hasn't changed. The basic principles of that and how personal branding works have not changed, and they never will. But that's just an indication to you of, yes, it is some work involved to put together a signature piece of content, whatever that is. But that is really important that you do that. And I'll give you a case in point. Fearless Friday webcast series. So we started doing Fearless Fridays last year. Our goal this year and forever moving forward is to do those at least twice a month. And our Fearless Friday series has been one of the greatest things that we've done. It allows us to get out our knowledge in this personal branding for real estate arena. And it also allows people to see our faces, get to know our personalities, and learn different pieces of content that will teach them about how personal branding can affect their business. Things that people don't just generally know about branding or personal branding. And so that is one of the ways we took our content and got it out into the world in one of the tools that we'll talk to you about next, which is video. So don't get so overwhelmed thinking you have to create content every single day, every single week, or every month. Literally, you can take one great piece of signature content and utilize that piece and break it up and use it across multiple marketing platforms, which is another thing we're going to talk to you about later as well. So for signature content, you're always going to hear this from us. It is the best. You've got to start somewhere. You've got to have some sort of expertise or authority to put out there to infuse your brand into. So you'll learn a little more as we go through this presentation. All right, Michael, I'm going to let you take this next one.
Yes, ma'am. On the heels of talking about Fearless Friday, we highly recommend video to everyone. All right, video is very important, and you're going to see video become even more important in the years to come. That's no secret to anybody with YouTube and the popularity to that. But the reason why this is important and the reason why we love video is it's personal. Okay, and I think that's the attraction to it with everybody. We hear it from so many people that watch our videos and talk to us later on. They tell us that they feel like they already know us before they get us on the phone. And our real estate brokerage, that's very important because we deal in a lot of different states, and that's part of the glory of technology these days. And in dealing in so many different states like that, we do have referrals that come in. And people who will tell us, and it's our favorite one, they'll say, well, we looked you up on the internet, we really like your stories, We like your videos and we want to do business with you. And it's very important that you get that out there, because you'll find that even in the local community. I live in a very small community. Our corporate office is in a small community. But the thing about that small community is I still don't know everybody. I know a lot of people, and a lot of people know me, but it's impossible to know everybody, obviously. So that video could be just as important to somebody in your neighborhood. The other reason why is it showcases the whole brand at once. People can connect you with your face, your voice, and the message at the same time, because we teach you about overlays and we teach you about the importance of all of your signature content and stuff showing up on that video, as well as the person, the face of that brand and that logo. So it's a great way. And then obviously it's a benign way to get your point across. You've got people's attention. So then you say, hey, this is why you need a buyer's agent. This is why you need me to list your house. It's very important. Also, it's the preferred communication method, as we talked about, as I said earlier about YouTube. Y'all understand that? It's a medium that everyone is accustomed to using, and most people prefer to watch a video rather than read an article or just a post or just listening to something. It's why YouTube is the second largest search engine, and it'll eventually be the first. Like, I've got a friend that plays a guitar. He's a fantastic guitarist in his own right. I have another friend, and he wanted him to learn a Chris Cornell song, which is, like trying to learn Beethoven. And so he did most of it on video, figured out how to do it, and other people that had figured out before him how to do it. And so ended up being able to play the song. It's no different in anything else you want to do. I tell people in the office even, like, well, I don't know how to do this. And I'm like, well, that's what YouTube's for. So we all use that. So you use YouTube as a real estate agent, because people might say, well, why do I need a real estate agent? And you can quite, tell them very poignantly and have their attention why they need a real estate agent. So now Tanya's going to show us a bloopers video. Was this the one we did just the other day, Tanya?
Yeah, it is. It is. So okay. I wanted to share this with you guys because one of the videos in our collections, or the types of videos in our collections, have really gotten the most attention and the most sharing has been bloopers videos. And Michael and I just cut a little series of videos for Facebook ads the other day, and I wanted to play this for you real quick.
I had not really thought about until I saw it in action, just how powerful it is to have a personal brand and how the public reacts to it.
Actually, it'd be kind of funny to keep that in. Behind the scenes video ad. Hey, did you know that, let me try this again. Let me try it again. I screwed that up. So I'm trying hard here. Let me start all over. Did you know that a well-defined, hang on a second. Yeah, that's the way I want to say it.
It doesn't matter where you put it. It's constantly working for you and bringing those customers towards you.
Okay, you picked up my part. Let's do it one more time, because I wasn't going to be able to fix that transition.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Hey, did you know that why do I always screw this up? Hey guys, did you know that I can't do this? Did you know that I screwed up the intro 4 times? Okay. I don't know if that's a strong enough close. Okay. All right, guys. So you can see, first of all, we do have a lot of fun behind the scenes, because you don't have any choice but to laugh at yourself when you go through that kind of stuff, right? So the other thing is, it allows people to see like you in a different light, accepting your screw ups, right? And realizing, hey, that's going to happen. It just is what it is. But it allows people to see your personality, to get to know you a little bit more. And if you can imagine, walking into a room of maybe a prospect and they've seen something like this before you walk into the room, they've already got a little smile on their face and they say, oh, I saw your bloopers videos. That was pretty funny. You know, can't believe you guys put those up there or whatever it is. But Michael's had many comments on his bloopers videos, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah, I have. It's a good way to show personality, you know, and that's what it's all about. Is people picking up your personality, you know, in a semi-safe way is the way they look at it, you know, and they decide whether they like you and want to do business with you before they ever actually meet you. So it's very important. Yeah. And bloopers are a great way to show we're all human. So.
Yeah, we're human, all right. And I guess it didn't get lost on you guys of who captured most of the video that time. Like, that just tells you who screws up the most when it comes to shooting video. It's not Michael, it's me. It is true. It's so true. Almost every time it's usually me. So it's screwing something up. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. And one of the things too I want to bring to your attention is you're just looking at the raw video. When it gets uploaded to YouTube, we'll have our branding elements overlaid on the front, on the top of it. So it'll say BrandFace and it'll have our names on it. So there'll be those branding elements with it as well. So I wanted you guys to see that just to kind of get an indication of video doesn't always have to be horrifying. And when it is, just like take it and run with it and just make fun of yourself with it sometimes too. And just have fun with it. That's what it's all about. So, all right, the next one, top low cost or to no cost way to get your brand out there is, this is a great tool to use, guys. It's Adobe Spark. I don't know if you guys have heard of it before, but it is a fantastic tool and it allows you to do graphics, web, and video. So what I'm gonna do right now is share my screen with you. Okay, so first of all, it's at spark.adobe.com. And this is what you'll see, you know, when you get inside there, you'll see graphic, web page, video. You'll click on the one that you want to start. But I wanted to show you guys this first of all. This is why I love Spark so much. First of all, super easy to use. Second of all, you can upload your brand. So I've already uploaded our brand here. So where it says manage brand over here to the left, I've already put our logo in here. I've put our brand colors. So if we click on those, it's going to show you, you know, our primary color. Let's see if it shows. See, it'll show you all our colors. That's the gray, the and the orange. And then here it'll show you the font that we use in our logo and throughout a lot of our stuff. That's the font. So that's what they take to customize these presentations and things. So what you're looking at here, once I uploaded the logo, the colors, the font, then what it will do is it'll take the templates that they have throughout their platform, and it will customize those with our font, our colors, and our logo throughout, which makes it super easy to use. I love the fact that you can do video with this so easily. So in other words, this is what it looks like when you click on, let's say if you went here, you click on this plus sign, and you click on I want video, I want to start a video, then it's going to take you here. Okay, it's going to lay out, like you have different choices over here to the right. You can choose what your screen, what your slide looks like. So if you want a split screen, you click here and it's going to show you two different sides of the screen. You can put something on one side versus the other that's totally different. It'll show you the different types of slides. It'll also show you different themes that you can use in your slides. And these slides will just appear on video and they'll be animated too. So you can do all of that through Spark. And they actually have great, simple tutorial videos teaching you how to do this. You can record audio as you go through here. You can also upload any video, like actual footage of yourself. If you've done a little video intro of yourself, you can upload that into here and pop in your own little video of yourself, introducing yourself, and then go into this kind of slide videos and do audio over the top of it. This could be great to use for introducing new listings, introducing anything about your brand or what you stand for. Any type of videos you want to do can be done here. When it comes to the theme, as you notice, they've already customized 3 different types of themes throughout this: dark colors, light colors, medium colors in our brand colors. and then you can resize it for a square presentation that might go much better on Instagram perhaps, or a widescreen, which will adapt to pretty much anything, you know, any kind of presentation or video that you want to do. You can also add music in here. All of this music in here is free, royalty-free music. You can use any of it in here that you want to use. So it's like anything else. There's a little bit of a learning curve, of course. You got to kind of spend a little time with it to figure out how to do this. It is by far the simplest video making platform that I've come across ever. I use a super complex one because I started doing that years ago and I'm just used to it now. But for you guys, for people who aren't into doing video and all the complexities and they just want a simple platform to do really professional, cool looking videos, this is the platform. It's wonderful. So if you guys are wondering, okay, how much does this cost? They do have a free version, but the free version, you can't really upload your brand materials. And of course, for you guys, we want you to use your new logo, your brand colors, you know, your fonts, all those things that really tie in the brand all the way throughout it. You have to do that if you're going to really do this, this program. So that starts at just $9.99 a month. I mean, and that includes, see, it says stand out with branded stories, and that gives you the ability to upload all your brand stuff. And if you do the monthly plan, it is $9.99 a month. The annual plan prepaid is $99 a year. It's the same price as Canva, which is another platform that we recommend. Canva, however, does not do video. They do just imagery, you know, images and flyers and all that. And I love them for what they do. They're perfect for that. But just for $99 for an entire year, or $9.99 a month, if you want to just try it out and you can cancel it anytime, it is so cheap with all the tools and all the benefits that it brings to the table. It's really fantastic. So if that is something we highly recommend. So I just wanted to showcase that to you guys to let you know what is available out there in terms of useful and low-cost tools to get this done. So now we'll move on to Michael and frequently asked questions.
All right. So in the line of good ideas, you may not realize, if you've gone through the first module in the training, is the messaging model. We do that on purpose because we want to get, that's one of the most important things about your brand, is we want to get that message centered down and who you're talking to your ideal customer, and start to get that out there. And you may be surprised that you already have content to go. When we do that, you can start to pull that, your frequently asked questions. When we do our messaging for you, we add this as a bonus module, okay? And you can use this content in dozens of ways, but here's some of the best ones. You can put it on your website, which we do for you in the website module when you get to the website module. But keep in mind, this is, you know, the messaging module, so you can go to work right after you get this done. You can post a question and answer each week through your social media, all of them. Remember, stay consistent on all mediums. Post each question and answer as a separate blog post on your website, so you can expand upon some ideas, like just take one of the ideas and then expand upon it, and then also make that as different blogs. You can shoot a short video for each question and answer. Take your best FAQs and make them into an article about a specific topic relating to your brand. And if you can get that in any local media, periodicals, or newspapers or something like that, and works great, other websites. So the screenshot that you're looking at now is a page that shows up when we type in 7 deadly sins of personal branding into the Google search bar. And 3 of these listings on this page, one of the Googles belongs to BrandFace, and this is from one article that we did, just one, which started as a blog post and became an article in Top Agent Magazine, and then later a topic for Fearless Friday episode. So you can see how much mileage we got out of just that one topic that we were able to do. And as soon as you put it out there, then, you know, you don't ever know where that ripple is going to go. As soon as you put it out there in one spot, it's like throwing a stone in the lake, you know, and that ripple gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger out there. You don't really know to what extent that goes out there and then begins to come back. but that's a prime example of how you could do that. And you have that content ready to go pretty much immediately.
For those of you who haven't gotten to this module yet, as Michael said, I think you'll be really pleased when you get here. Usually I spring it on you as a bonus. Now the cat's out of the bag. But usually I spring it on you because you're filling out documents so that we can do your elevator pitch, your signature sound bites, and your biography. And this is an added bonus that I throw in at the last minute and just say, okay, now you've got a good head start. And when you get to the website module, we pop this on your website. And that's just the beginning of how you can use your frequently asked questions, because these are things, when we do the frequently asked questions, we ask questions that you would want your prospect to ask, or questions they should be asking. And that is a framing of sorts to allow your own brand to come across, to allow you to answer questions in such a way that it highlights your brand and what sets you apart from everybody else. So frequently asked questions, that is going to be a really good one for you guys, and it'll already be done for you. And you'll add to it as you go too. Okay, so email marketing. A lot of people ask, well, email marketing, isn't it dying? You know, nobody likes to receive emails, all that kind of stuff. Well, we've heard that for years and years. And no, email marketing is not dying. And I'll tell you why. Because people sign up for things that they want more information on. Do you on occasion, yes, sign up for something and you don't want to be on somebody's list and they send you stuff anyway? Yes. Well, that's called opt out. Just hit that link at the bottom of the email, opt out, and you won't receive it anymore. But for the most part, people only get emails for things they actually signed up for. So they've expressed an interest in something, right? So this is an opt-in. This is not you spamming people. This is getting people information that they like. Well, I thought we put a totally different spin on this, because a lot of people do an email newsletter and they put in their listings and they put in their 5 things you don't want to do, you know, for your open house, or 10 things you must do for your open house. And I have to say, those are good. We don't have any problem with those, but those are also out there everywhere. You can go on Google or on YouTube and search those topics, how to do an open house, or what happens at a closing, or any of those things specifically real estate related, and you get 1,000 different answers, right? Well, we want you to be that real estate expert. No question about it. So if it relates to your brand, we want you to answer those very specific real estate related questions. However, until they get to that point where they're really dialed in, the prospect is dialed in and looking for those real estate answers, your job is to stay top of mind, is to get your brand out there and get people to notice you, to see you, and to know who is bringing them this cool stuff, right? So we got to get that attention first, what we call top of mind. So here's 4 different things that you could do in your email marketing efforts that are different from what everybody else is doing, but at the same time will allow you to get your brand out there. So you guys may laugh at this, but pet of the week. This is tremendous. 87% of the world has a pet, or at least in the US, right? Somewhere around that was the last number that I saw. People love their pets. Some people love their pets more than they love the rest of their family members. And so one of the things that would be cool to do is a pet of the week. Now, how would that work for you? It's like, what does that have to do with real estate, right? Well, sometimes the things that don't have anything to do with real estate still link back to real estate and get you top of mind awareness. Second of all, they're the things that get shared a lot. So let's say you are the real estate agent that is known for posting a pet of the week or a pet of the day even. All of a sudden you start saying on your post, hey, go ahead and send me pictures of your pet too. We'll post yours as well, and we'll feature your pet as a pet of the week, and you could be entered in this contest and you could win, you know, a free gift certificate to the local pet store, something along those lines. All of a sudden you got everybody sending you their pet photos. Now that's going to be a fantastic thing, because that means those get shared and shared and shared and shared, and guess whose original post gets shared? It's from your lifestyle locator, your extra mile agent, your home navigator. That's who those posts are from. And because it's not a huge departure, where we live is the heart of our existence, right? It's where we were made, it's home. It's what we call home. What's one of the biggest parts of our home, our family members? Our pets. And so that all kind of pulls into the whole home factor. So it's not too far-fetched, guys. So think about things like that. Fabulous front porches. Okay, that's just an idea that links right back to the home. You can find different front porch ideas online that are absolutely beautiful. Front porch is an entryway into the home, into the, into the heart of the home. And it's also a great way, again, to get people to share. Hey, do you have a front porch you're really proud of? Have you decorated it for the fall season or decorated it for spring or Christmas or whatever? Send us a picture of your fabulous front porch. All of a sudden, you've got people sending you pictures of their front porch, right? So you put this in your email marketing, you send it out every week. They're going to get something from you. It's the pet of the week. It's the fabulous front porch. At the same time, you're taking that same content, posting it on social media as well. So you're getting multi-purpose out of the same thing that you're getting known for, right? Another one could be inspiring scenery, like these gorgeous mountains here. Inspiring scenery, I tell you, I noticed the power of that on Instagram when I started posting and reposting these gorgeous images. And all of a sudden I had people reaching out to me and saying, where did you get those images? Have you, is that your house? Is that where you've been? Is that where you've gone on vacation? And so I noticed people were really drawn into gorgeous images. Now, keep in mind, this could be inspiring scenery from where you live. You want to be known as the person who knows so much about where you live, about your market, about your town, your community. Post that inspiring scenery. It could be a historical building from your hometown. It could be a gorgeous church from your hometown. It could be the backdrop of mountains or a beach scenery, whatever that is, and you'll be known for something like that. Finally, email marketing, another great thing to do is send out a list of local family events coming up in your market. So that always helps people, because especially if you have a family, you're always looking for events to attend. So you're looking for things to do with your family, and that's just a great thing. And now all of a sudden, think about this. You've got somebody sitting around thinking, what are we going to do with the kids this weekend? It's like, oh, you know what? I get this thing from Patty every week that comes through my email. Let me go see what that is, because they list all these cool family events every week. And all of a sudden, then they're seeking out information sent by you. So there's creative ways to tie your brand into every single one of those ideas, and they're not ideas like everyone else is using. So I think we've harped enough on that one, but creative, new, different ways to use email marketing. So to close out here, what we want to do is kind of talk about, what great content can actually do for you. It can differentiate you, position you as an expert, make your brand top of mind, grow your contacts, and can be used across multiple channels, just like Michael talked about earlier with that 7 deadly sins of personal branding. It started out as a simple blog post. Then all of a sudden we turned it into an article. Top Agent Magazine, we sent it to them, they picked it up. Next thing you know, it's one of the most, it's a topic that we use when we're interviewed sometimes on podcasts. And then we started our own podcast/webcast called Fearless Friday, and that was one of the first topics we tackled on there. So you think about content in this way. Do not let it overwhelm you. It should be something that is shared, that can be put together one time and used over many different platforms. Also think about this, those 7 deadly sins, we could take that and we could make that into 7 different blog posts. It could be 7 different things we post on every Friday for 7 weeks. It could be an ebook with 7 pages for each of the 7 things. So think about the different ways. We're not asking you to create content every single day. We're asking you to create, let's start with one awesome piece and then see how many different ways we can use it.
Yeah, I just want to say that how important it is that that you get started. Like the procrastination is your enemy, right? You can't, like we talk about it all the time. It's hard to calculate the cost of confusion. So once you find an ideal customer, you start going after somebody. Don't get bogged down then and not doing anything. It's very important you just start putting stuff out there, because you can't build a following if you're not saying something. And you got to, that's very important. in how you build that social media following. Because in real estate, the thing about real estate is you're always building for the future, right? It's not a business where we can say, oh my heavens, I don't have any business, maybe I should go to work. It should always be lingering. If I don't work, I'm going to run out of business, right? And the way that you get out there is to start to post those things that will come back to you like bread to the water. And so the more that you do that, then the more you're going to be able to have tentacles that are going to go out when people are searching for housing and searching for real estate agents in your area. And if you're already doing that and they go to your Facebook page and you've built followers up, and now you've got thousands of followers, and you've got followers on Instagram and Twitter, and they see that you've got the social media presence, it just makes you look that much more as the authority in your niche, which is all we teach. That's the main thing that we teach everybody. And it's very, very, very important. It'll lead everybody back to your website. And then the next thing you know, you'll start seeing yourself show up on organic searches when people are searching for homes in your area. You can build this organically, but you can only build it if you start.
One last little thing to get into your heads. When you do stuff like this, do not forget to infuse your brand. Don't forget to introduce yourself as a home navigator, as your extra mile agent, whatever your brand identifier is. I mean, own it lock, stock, and barrel, right? And because the consistency of seeing that brand identifier in your name and getting known for something is important. It's cool to go on, YouTube, start your own little video short series, or post articles or do things like that. But everybody does those, right? You want to do it as your brand. You want to infuse it into everything. So make sure you do that. Be bold about it. I'm halfway stealing Michael's closing here, but you got to be super bold about this. You own, that is your brand, and it's nobody else's brand. And that's what you're known for. And that's who you are. You need to own it and move forward with it. The very last thing I'm going to say is, if you're new here, don't get overwhelmed when we start talking about producing all this content. It's like, I didn't know I had to do that. I mean, goodness, I'm just barely getting through the messaging module or choosing my logo right now. Don't get overwhelmed with that at all, because what these webinars are designed to do, we try to inject these at least once a month to teach you how to get your new brand out there to the world once it's developed. If you're in the development stage right now, stay tuned, stay right there, just hang tight. We're going to get you there. But once your brand is out there, we teach you things like this, so that now you've got all your branding elements. You've got your logo, you've got your brand colors, you've got photos of you, your background images, and all your messaging that states why you have the brand that you have and what sets you apart. Then you take those things and you pop it into content. You come up with content that supports your brand, all of those kind of things. So it's not enough to have this gorgeous brand. You've got to continue to get it out there. And we try to teach you the simplest ways to do that really make the most sense, but have the most impact.